Okay, guys, can you hear me? Oops, got a little wobbly camera there. Sorry about that. What a way to start off. Getting my posse all seasick and all that. Hi, Brenda, Ann. Yay. I just thought, I don't know if you guys were on yesterday or not, but I thought I'd pop back in today and do oh, the camera's still swinging. Sweet Lord. Just rock to the rhythm. Hey, Denise, Pamela. I talked about a technique yesterday using alcohol ink with the stencils. And since it is the stencil sale time, if there was anything that caught your eye and you thought about using this technique, now would be a good time to show you. So, first off, hey Bliss, Andrea, hi. Hey Buttercup and Robin, thanks for joining me. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, this is the coupon code for iStencils.com. I have new designs that are being launched and I'm releasing, they've been released and I'm demoing them today again. But here's the sale. Inky 20 will get you 20% off the entire site, not just my stencils. It's valid through Tuesday. If your order's $25 or more, you'll get a free exclusive stencil, 8x10. But one of those has to be Patti Parrish stencil for you to qualify for the freebie. And then you get free shipping if you're in the US. That's a lot of free and a lot of discount. So I hope I'm streaming again because I don't want anybody to miss out on this. I get so many people that miss my one stream and don't connect with me anywhere else, so they aren't aware of the code. So I've tried to blast it out everywhere, but that's the code. But what I wanted to start out showing you guys was something I talked about yesterday. And it's an alcohol ink technique using either Yupo or Terraskin paper. Now, one of my viewers, and it's been such a while ago and my memory's so shot, I don't know who sent this to me, but somebody sent me to this to try it, and it is really cool stuff. It's made of rocks and plastic, I think. Yeah, it's called rock paper, and it's actually made in Canada. So, but it's got such a cool texture. You just want to sit here and kind of rub it. It almost feels like, you ever felt a dolphin? A porpoise, that kind of a hard-boiled egg, peeled hard-boiled egg kind of skin, but almost a little rubbery to it. It's like a real smooth latex glove feeling. I don't know, it's hard to describe. But anyway, that's what it is. And this is what you do. Now watch, I should have looked for my spray alcohol. I think those are water. Hang on a sec. Because you got to spray alcohol. Hang on. Whew. Found it. Of course, I thought it was the full one that was sitting there, but the full one was water. So now I have to find my alcohol and fill up the spray, of course. Prepared as usual. Where the hell did I put my alcohol? Oh, great. Watch this be a total flub here. Hang on. Well. Ah! Dad, burn it. It's got to be around here somewhere. Sorry, guys. As per usual. Is that it? No. Well, wouldn't this just tick you off? I can't do it without alcohol. So, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Oh, shit, I'll be right back. While I look for it. Hey, hon, can you do me a few my a bottle of rubbing alcohol as quick as I can get it. Over the toilet in the bathroom. Sorry guys, I promise I'll be right there, with or without the alcohol. I have this shelf where I keep all my jars, you know, big jars of stuff and stuff that you don't want to lay down. And that's usually where it is, but it's not there today. Ugh. I thought I was ahead of the curve today. I was all set up, had everything out I wanted to use, and looked at the wrong bottle. Oh God, Dave's trying to find another one upstairs for me. Got it? Thank you. My husband saved the day. Threw me one from upstairs. Ay. Okay, let me fill off the spray bottle. You want to be careful doing this. You don't want to inhale alcohol unless it's in ice cubes. Different kind. All right, now, Lord mercy, let me get back on track here. It doesn't really matter which strength. I try to get the 91. It's hard to find. This one in particular is 70. So I'm going to move my jelly plate out of the way because that does not like alcohol. And here's a sheet of the Terraskin. And here are some alcohol inks. And let me grab a couple of colors out of here. Oh shoot, I want to do the poppies in the red. I'll do this one first. This is one of my previous stencils, but I just grabbed it. It's the Orb Stacks number 45. This was in the last release. But what you want to do is spray your paper with a light coat of alcohol. And I think if I understand the process correctly, this does a couple things. It kind of keeps the stencil in place. It kind of sucks to the paper. And I kind of rub it a little bit to make sure it's got some adherence to it. And then you simply take your alcohol ink right out of the container and just start coloring in randomly, however you want it. If you want it all the same color, I just try to use one color first and kind of make my way over where I want to put it. I have no idea how this is going to come out, but I never really do. That's kind of a sloppy job. Hey, you're making more organic stencils like the poppies. Yes, I am going to do more hand-drawn stuff, Pamela. I can't draw well, which is obvious by most of the stuff I do. However, I think it's just more, what do I want to say? It's more personal. It's more me when I draw something. And like those pictographs, I can't stop using that one. I've been playing with it ever since I got it. You know what? This isn't, I think this alcohol might have dried pretty quickly. I'm going to spritz this over this, which is not part of the technique I was taught, but it doesn't seem like it's spreading as well. I might get some blending solution out. Watch me flub up a demo. I actually demoed this one other time, and it came out really cool. So I do know how to do it. Really, I do. Oh, let's see. Thanks, Pam. And you can see this slowly but surely creeping under the stencil. And that's actually part of the look. See where it's bleeding out under there when I put it in? And right there, see it bleeding through there? That stream looks really, really darker than normal for some reason. Oh, well. Wild plum, what was this? Wild plum. I want another pink. Lord, I can't even see that one. That's raspberry, okay. And you just want to hit all the open spots of the stencil is basically what you're doing. It seems to be so cold down here, even though it's 40 degrees outside today, that my materials are acting differently than normal. I've lost my touch. Could be that. And I just want to color in all the white space that's showing. Yeah, that's almost black looking there. I don't get that. Do these go bad? Does anybody know? Yeah, it's crazy. We're getting these warm spurts in between like record lows. Somebody make up your mind or shoot the damn groundhog, one or the other. Not that I don't love groundhogs, but I'm just saying. And in there. Okay, yeah, that really is dark. I don't quite understand that, but it's because I want to do a demo and show somebody something. The evil art guy isn't watching over me today. So now, the mess that looks like, and it may turn out a mess, I just don't know. I'm going to set this aside and let this dry for a while. It doesn't have to be bone dry, but you do want it to dry. And I wanted to do one with this poppy stencil because I did one that I showed the other day, and it really does come out nice. Oops, crash. I'm going to put some of these away because I got really limited space with all my paints out ready to jelly plate. I just wanted to get rid of those colors. Yeah, I do, Denise. I have one and it's on. Actually, Dave asked me earlier if he wanted me to, if I wanted him to set up a we have another big, like a dish heater that radiates. It's got elements in it. It radiates. Yeah, thanks, Denise. It's Terraskin. The green stack. So now I got just about all my alcohol inks out here. I'll do one little thing. What's that? Citrus. I can use citrus, and I'll use meadow and some red pepper, some sunset. That's pretty much dry. That would be a crime if I don't have any orange. Oh, look, there we go, another one. Honeycomb, maybe honeycomb. That's one of the newer colors. Okay, so again, I'm going to spray this. I'm going to put a little more alcohol down on this. Oh, look at it curling. That's because that's cardstock, not my Terraskin paper. Sweet Mary. There we go. That's better. Now my Poppy stencil. And if you guys weren't on yesterday or don't know yet, this Poppy stencil was an exclusive for one of my first launches. And we have since made it available in the full line. So anybody can buy this. And it's available in both sizes. So it's in the 6x6 too. Alright, so I'm just going to drop some color. Yeah, see, that's moving a lot better now that I put more alcohol down. You wouldn't think in cold that the alcohol would evaporate faster than normal. I like to mix up some color. So there's some red. That was red pepper. And let's throw some orange in there. No rhyme or reason. I'm just squeezing them in there. Hey, Rain. And let's put some honeycomb in there. Is that too brown? Nah, what the hell. Just a little bit, just to brighten some of those up. Just a little bit. Okay, I just want to put that in the pod part. And then I'm going to put a couple different greens in this palmish top here, whatever you want to call it. And then the stems. And then this little cup that holds the pod usually. Again, you can see I'm not being precise. I'm just sort of having some fun slinging it out there, and whatever will be, will be. I put another shade of green in these, a little bit here and there. And see that red bled up into the top of that one? Not a big deal. Well, at least it isn't to me. I don't get upset by these wandering colors. I kind of like the randomness of the whole thing. That's kind of what's the cool part. Okay. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to put these away. Whoop, hello. Hey, Dorothy. This was the last minute this morning. I was sitting here and I thought, you know what? I don't really still feel that great to get any big jobs done or go anywhere. I think I'll just stream again. And here I am. Okay. I'm going to move this one off to the side to start to dry as well. Telling you, got the dropsies today. Everything's coming apart here on me. No, seriously, I've dropped this one thing 3 times. All right, we'll check those. Somebody remind me in about 10 minutes or so, and I'll pull those out and see if they're ready to dry up yet. So, I didn't even clean up my jelly plate last night, but here we are, and yeah, they're really, hey Erica, they really are convenient for the inks. I had this vision in my head of something I wanted to do with a combination of stencils, and I'm going to use some deli paper today. But I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to put down some greens. All right, a little bit of that. A little bit and it's earlier for you too, Dorothy, huh? You're usually like coming in like the midnight rider on most of my streams. Okay, I'm going to mix these up. And, well, now I know what that piece of paper was I thought was Yupo. That was my blotter paper. I'm going to do the stripes. This is number 72. And it looks like, yeah, stripes, whatever, but you can use it for a lot of different things. And it's so basic. Then I thought, eh, what the hell? Let's do just some stripes. So, I'm going to pick those up using deli paper. And another nice thing about deli papers, when you have stencils with these fine lines, and I'll show you on some that are really fine, I use cardstock most of the time. Hey, Tessie. I use cardstock most of the time, 110 pound, and that's pretty thick. And I use it because that's what I use if I make my jelly journals, and that's what I use if I am making cards and envelopes. So it's more usable for me for that. But I like to use the deli for collage more so than the cardstock. And it's hard to get that cardstock pushed down, if you visualize pushing it enough through the stencil so that it touches the paint on every edge of a fine stencil. It's really difficult to get a really clean print. Hey, Linda! But here's this one in stripes, okay? Kind of boring, I know, but hang with me. I got a vision. Whether it comes out or not, I don't know. I'm going to take a ghost of that off here. And with this too, you can see through it, and you can see where it's grabbing the paint and where you still need to apply some pressure. So, sketchy, but it's good for a background and a collage. You can see that PBO shimmer kicking up there in a couple little spots, right? So now, I'm going to pull this up. You know what? I'm going to use this one again, and I'm going to pick it up the other way. Do a little crosshatch thing. And this is still a little dirty, so I'm going to put some on the back of that. Just to clean my stencils. And that's as much as you will ever see me clean my stencils. So a couple of the new people that came on that I don't recognize your names. I don't want you to miss this if you're interested. I have a line of stencils on iStencils. And we're just launching new designs of mine. And they gave me a coupon code for all my viewers for a sale. So the code is Inky20. It's iStencils.com. You'll find mine under new designs and then under Patti Parrish. 20% discount off the entire site. They have well over 3,000 designs. It's valid through Tuesday. If you buy at least one of my stencils and you have an order of $25 or more, you'll get a free 8x10 exclusive design stencil. And if you live in the US, you'll get free shipping on orders over $50. Somebody asked about the unfolded paper. I got mine in a box. It's full. Yeah, it has the crease. Yeah, Pamela, where do you live? If you're in the U.S., you can get it easy, and it's cheap. And that's 5,000 pages. Question about cardstock. When using a jelly plate, and then made an envelope, the paper split when I fold it. What brand of cardstock do you use? Does it split, break when you fold it? Good question. I've actually had that happen, Kate. I think it's the amount of pressure you're using to score it, because I've sometimes pushed too hard. I have some 60-pound cardstock. Most of the time I use 110, which is heavier, so it needs a little bit more oomph on the scoring. But if I'm not paying attention or using a different scoreboard that might have a deeper groove in it, and or a sharper bone folder in that scoring thing, I have torn through a couple of them. But Yeah, I think it's just the amount of pressure. That actually looks pretty cool. Just a little bit of a crosshatch there and that reverse pickup. I like that. So, what I was thinking was, now I'm going to put down a mixtures of oranges and reds. Pamela, that stuff is really good. 1,000 sheets. I'm still in my first box of 1,000 sheets, and I've had mine probably over a year, and I do use it a good bit. However, what I did was I gave some of my boxes that I had out to some of my girlfriends that do this stuff because it's just too much. Oh, you're welcome, Kate. Happy to help you out. Yep, and I think that order for that box of those 5 boxes of Deli paper, it's free shipping, and it's heavy. I mean, that sucker is heavy. And I don't know how they can afford to ship 5 boxes and it be free shipping for 15 bucks. But they do. Okay, so this is a mixture of oranges, a little bit of the orange PBO. Give it a little spunk in there. And now I'm going to take my poppy stencil and I'm going to use this as a background and put the poppies on top of that. So that was my big idea. Let's see what happens. Trying to see where the heck I am on through the paper. I did, Erica. I ended up getting mine on eBay because I thought I had to be a member at Sam's, and I actually paid more for it. I think it was $25 for my box of 5,000, which still at the time I thought I was getting a pretty good deal. Sam's is the place to get it if you can. And like they said, you don't have to be a member. You can just order it online. That still amazes me. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can see the PBO in the orange and the PBO in the green peeking out different places. I like it. Let me get a ghost of the poppies. Poppies. I say that every time. I'm like getting a little old for myself there. Yeah, I've never heard of Cash and Carry. Is that like another big box store? Oop. Okay, just a little ghosty, but that's kind of cool for a background. Might come back to that one later. And then, ooh, look at you, yummy. I'm going to actually tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick that up on a clean piece. Oops. Damn Wheaties. And I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down, and I want to try to not line this up. Oh, you know what? It's not because it's going to be backwards, but that means they're all going to bend a different way. Let's try that. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, the folded stuff. Hey, Eileen. The folded stuff, you know, it works kind of the same way. I personally think there's a little bit of texture difference in this, and it seems to disappear a little bit more. Okay, that just flubbed that one up. Do not do that. But I can put a little pop of black on that, and no one will know how screwed up it really looked. There we go. See that orange flashing through there? That's the PBO. And if there's anybody new on that doesn't know what I'm talking about, when I say that, it's PBO Studio Acrylics. Oh, look at that glare. And they're the Dyna colors. See where here it says Dyna? And you can't see this print on this camera. but they're iridescent colors. The paint's one color, the iridescent is a contrasting or a complementary color depending on which one. And this one is orange yellow. It's orange paint with yellow iridescence in it. So that's that little bit that I put on there. When you smash it through the paint, that's that iridescent little flicker that you get through there. I like it. A little ginger ale. Dave got this, brought home this ginger ale. I think it's, what the hell's the name of the brand of the ginger ale? Canada Dry? I think it might be Canada Dry. Is the censoring cussing? No, not here. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I want to enable the links for you guys if you want to share anything. There we go. I know, Kate, right? You know, I tried to get in touch with fineartstore.com. They're up in Rochester, New York, and asked them about, back when I was doing like nothing but jelly plate videos, I was going through a lot of those, and I was just going to ask them if they maybe be interested in sponsoring some, and I would push everybody to that site because it's there. They have them there and at Dick Blick. Someone told me Hobby Lobby has them. You know, our Michaels even has some PBO paints, and I have seen some in Hobby Lobby, but I have not seen the iridescence in. I ought to talk to the art section manager and ask him to get them in. But anyway, nobody ever responded to my request, so I just thought, well, whatever. So, let me show you. This is a stencil I didn't get to demo yesterday. Ran out of time, as I always do. And this one's called Diamond Infinity. It kind of has that fool your eye 3D look, like it's a tunnel shaped like diamonds that you can go in from either other end. But this would be hard to do and get a really clean print on 110 pound cardstock. On printer paper, on deli paper, on tissue paper, much better shot at getting one. So, let me see. Let me go to my old standby. Two of my favorites. These are both Liquitex colors. This one is Bright Aqua Green. And the other one is Brilliant Purple. And I love those two together. I really, really do. Ew. Trying to remember that I'm using Deli and I don't need as much paint. Got a little paint booger on there. Oh, nice guy. So this one is called Diamond Infinity and it's number 065. And I also, for anybody that might be new, when I started designing these stencils, since I jelly plated so much, I designed them to fit the 8x10 jelly plate. And the 6x6 jelly plate as well. So the overall stencil is larger than that. It's the design that I wanted 8x10. So you get the extra, you know, you can lift it, not in the design, but it goes all the way over. So the censoring is from posted links. I don't see anything being censored on this end, Robin. I don't know. What's happening to you? Rain, the purple is Brilliant Purple by Liquitex Basics. I'm not sure how or why or what you're being censored on, hon. And you can also, what's good about the Deli is you can see through it to really see where the stencil is and where you need to rub that you haven't. As you know, if I couldn't see through this cardstock and I just rub, I may or may not hit everything. A lot of times it's may not. Ugh. Huh. I don't know why. About the censoring, I've never had anybody mention... Oh, it just squidged. You know what? I'm going to lift it up because it moved on me. Yeah, see where it moved, and I got double image there because I was reading the chat, not paying attention. Whew. But there you go. You see those fine lines that it picked up. Right? You know what? I'm going to put some over this just to clean up the ghost of this. The ghost of Jelly Prince Past. You know what's the weirdest thing to me is that you can't get deli paper in Canada. What the hell is up with that? Yeah, I don't know why either, Denise, that's being censored. Maybe from our unwelcome visitor from yesterday. Whew. There you go, I just picked up more of that. Getting a little mishmash of a print. But that's okay. Oh, good, Ray. I'm glad you're able to join. Yeah, I know, Andrea. That's like, you have delis, don't you? Why wouldn't you have deli paper? Oh, just it was just some jackass, Kate. What tickles me is he said a couple rude things about cancer and made comments about weight and things like that. So apparently it's somebody that knows me or knows of me that was just so mesmerized by my personality and looks that they had to join in as an anonymous and make some nasty comments. But it wasn't too long that my buddy Gene zapped his or her ass right out of there. So, yeah. We don't play with those type people. Idiot. Okay, that's just trying to clean up what was dry on there. I'll keep that as my cleanup print, my cleanup paper. Yeah, it really doesn't bother me much, Kate. It's sad to think somebody's taking their time to do that. Yeah, you know, kind of weird. Again, here's the code for the sale at iStencils, Inky 20. I think everybody knows that by now, but I don't want anybody to miss it. Here's another one. I really like this one. This is Orbs. This gets kind of gummed up. I love this yellow-orange color. This is a nice one, too. It's Master's Touch brand, which I think I get at Hobby Lobby. No price tag. And it's called Yellow Deep. And, thanks, Poppy. Oh, it'll take more than that idiot to get up, shake me up or get me to the point where I don't like what I'm doing. I just kind of feel sorry for whoever it is. What a sad existence that must be for somebody to have. That's their big Friday night, is to say insults on somebody's stream that offends a lot of people on the stream, not just me, although I'm sure they were aimed at me, but that's okay. Okay, this one's Orbs number 63. This one will be simple to pick up on Deli. You barely have to touch this, and it's going to fall into all those open holes. Just want to pay attention to the smaller ones, really. Poppy, there's a way to get out of the ads, and I think you have to use the use a Chrome browser, and I think there's a way you can get rid of the ads. One of the girls on here might be able to tell you better than me. There's that one, and I'm going to put that ghost over top of this. That's really strange. I don't know why that is, Robin. I'll have to ask Jean if she's got something different in her settings. I don't have anything set on my settings, and I open up the links and everything when I get on, so that you guys can share whatever you want to. Yeah, I don't remember anybody ever telling me they couldn't watch it. Chrome, yeah. And I think there's a level of service on Ustream that you can pay $2.99 a month or something and have it ad-free. And that's, you know, I wouldn't do that unless you watched a lot of Ustreams. This I'm just using as a cleanup. That's pretty much trashed by that first flub up, but that's okay. Pardon me, that's okay. But you know what? Let me show you something here. Let me show you something. Oh, you know what? Let me go get those alcohol prints from... Still see that thin print? You can see those flashes of that PBO in there. You can't hate that. I'm just saying. You can't hate it. Now, where the hell did I put my plastic sheet that covers my Bennett's mixed in with my stencils? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to put this down here to cover this up a second. And I'm going to see if the alcohol ink things are done. So earlier, I took Terraskin paper, which is made from rocks. Oh, thanks, Eileen. And took the Terraskin. You can use Yupo as well. And I sprayed it with alcohol, just regular rubbing alcohol, laid the stencil down, and then took the alcohol ink bottles and just randomly threw color in all the openings of the stencils. And here is what you get when you're done. You can just see the shapes burn in there. This really came out so dark. That was Stream. And I use Stream all the time, and I don't know why it came out almost black, but still, you can kind of see what it did and how it bleeds under all this watercolory looking stuff out here. It bleeds under the stencil and gives you kind of a watercolored effect around the design. And but you know, if you can picture a little hunk of that cut up, and I used to have a viewfinder somewhere, but if you cut up just a little bitty chunk of that and mount it on black or something, or on a card, it really pops. So anyway, there's the one, and that was done with this Orb Stacks. That was from a previous release. I just like the design, so I grabbed it. And I did one with the Poppy stencil. So everybody seems to really like that stencil. Did the same thing here. And that's how it comes out. It's kind of a... That one's still damp. I can see the wetness underneath of it. You probably can see it too. But isn't that a cool look? It looks like a real splotchy watercolor background just from the inks bleeding under the stencil and mixing with that alcohol. but I think they're cool. And this paper is feels so cool. It feels like a latex glove almost. Between that, a dolphin, and a peeled hard-boiled egg. So, that's really a fun technique. Skill level 0. Honestly. So, there you go. Another little idea for you. Alcohol inks are fun. Okay. Let me use a couple of these that I hadn't used yesterday. Where are they? Oh, I'm going to use this one. This is my favorite. And this is one of my hand-drawn ones. And you know what? So far, my hand-drawn ones are my favorites. The poppies. And this one's called Pictograph. This one is number 83. I'm going to do black. Black. Erica, somebody sent it to me as a gift. But let me show you the cover. It's Terraskin multi-block. But it's just a pad of paper. I don't know what it means by multi-block. It's just a regular pad of paper. This one is, I don't know what that is. 10 by 16 maybe? 12? Hell no, 12. 9 by 12 is this bottle. I just knocked over a bottle, so I said bottle. Sweet Mary. It's rock paper. It's made from rocks. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of blurry on this camera. But it's rock paper. And I don't think it's very cheap. It was gifted to me. And it's really crazy. Here's a piece I tried to tear an edge off of. And it does tear, but I don't know if you can see how this tears. It doesn't sound like paper. And it feels like thin rubber-ish. But anyway, it's cool stuff. You can use that same technique you can use on Yupo paper as well if you have Yupo. So, I'm glad I stopped because guess what I still have on here? Hello, pay attention. Oh, $14.95. That's not as bad as I thought. Good to know. So, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of black. And I really like those patina prints I did yesterday. Most of them I used this stencil. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn it over and use the other side because some of these, to me, maybe just because I drew them, look backwards if I don't flip it. But it's number 83 pictographs. So I'm going to turn it over so I get the true design. Now, of course, it's hard to see because everything's black from my previous pulls. There we go. So, let's go back. What I was going to show you is to one that's just like got a couple things on it and doesn't look so hot. You put your little pop of black on there. It kind of pushes the icky backwards and brings the cool stark black forward. And it makes it all better. I love these pictograph shapes though. I had this paper that I used to use, I still have some, I used to use it in my collages, that had similar designs on it, that same kind of tribal vibe. And I took that as inspiration and kind of made my own interpretation of the... Lord knows if there's a language out there, I may have offended somebody by my designs because I don't know what the hell they say. Yeah, Inky 20, Kate. Don't miss out on that code. So, see what I mean? That pushes all that mess forward, you don't really concentrate on the not so pleasing background, but it kind of saves it. And this one, I'm just gonna, that pretty much got everything, but I want to clean this out. So I'm going to use this little scrap thing and try to hit all the paint in these holes. I'm going to do another patina print. What's the fix, Robin? Yeah, see, not much came up at all there on the black, but that's, I just want to make sure all these holes are clean. So this is, and you can see it, right? You can see through there where I lifted all the paint in the holes of the stencil. Oh, there you go, Robin. Yep, I knew chrome had something to do with it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stencil off. Ooh, I don't know if how this is going to work. And blot that on a piece of paper to get most of that wet paint off of there, which isn't that much, but it's some. And then I'm going to take a couple PBO colors. I'm going to use the green. There's a lot of exposure here. It's not as, I didn't use as much paint on my plate as I normally do pulling cardstock because it takes so much little for the deli, so much less for the deli paper. Get off of there. So I'm going to roll this over the black, and what's going to happen, fingers crossed, is this shimmery blue-green mixture is going to, and you can see where it's gone into some of the holes here. I'm just taking the weight of the brayer and pulling off the excess paint in some places. And then, I've never done a patina print on deli paper, but I can't imagine it would be any different than regular paper. Just be easier to use for a oh, cool, Denise. Thanks for that link for everybody. All right. So because I wanted the black paint still wet, this won't function like a cleanup print where you can pull a print with where the paint's dried on the plate, then you put wet paint on, and that adheres to that and it sucks it all off the plate clean. This isn't going to do that, but that's good because that'll leave me really cool stuff to go back after. Oh yeah, oh look. You can see some of those signs really clear. Where the hell's the camera? Here we go. And they're true shapes, where a lot of times it's more blurred if there's more paint on there and it kind of schmutzes around a little bit. But that'll be really cool for using a collage, tear some of that up. Thanks, Kate. I appreciate that. Yeah, come back, Poppy, if you can. But that, I love that. But look at all this yummo that's down here, and that's still got all those colors in it. Right? You can't really tell, but it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for a minute. Since it's cold down here, it's taking longer for everything to dry than usual. And meanwhile, on that note, I'm going to plug my heater back in that I kicked out the plug from the wall when I was in my panic looking for my alcohol. And for those coming in late, that was rubbing alcohol, not my martini. There we go. Turn my heater back on. All right. Robin, did you do like, who said that about downloading the Chrome app and going through the Chrome app on your mobile device? Alright, so there's a lot of good yumminess on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a stencil with a lot of open work on it. And by that, I mean one with a lot of holes in it, basically. So I'm going to use this one. This was Windows, number 75. That has a lot of open space on the stencil, so a lot of this yumminess will show through. But when I put this down and pull it through the design, it'll be a design of that yumminess, not just a solid pull like this one. It'll be interrupted by the design of the stencil. Yeah, I haven't seen Jean come on yet today. They are frustrating because I know when I'm watching one and it comes up, I could put my foot through it, but huh, that's strange. It's working for some and not others. Oh, well, that's not fun, Robin. Ugh. Okay, to do this, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one of our friend Jean's techniques that she likes to do with lifting this on black. So this is pretty much dry now. So I'm going to put black paint on the plate. All right, brayer that out. And for this to work, to clean the plate, what's on the plate has to be dry. Then you add the wet paint. And on this one, I'm going to do it on a stencil and on the black and see how that works. So I'm going to put this stencil down, right? And then I'm going to go back with black card. I hope you guys can get connected right. I know that's frustrating to be interrupted like that all the time. And I'm really pushing this because, again, I want this to function as a cleanup print. And to clean it properly, I'll have to do 2 pulls because what's behind the stencil is going to still be there, if that makes any sense. I'm going to peek and see if I'm getting it. I'm getting some of it. I'm not getting all of it. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, how it's going to show up on camera. But you can see all this PBO goodness and the shape of that pictograph stencil. Oh, this light is so rough. Coming through that, and you can see the window pane design, even though it's black on black. You can still see it. I'm going to let that dry because some of the sheen is wet paint. I'll let that dry a little bit and come back and show you after a bit and see if it's dried any. So here, I'm going to go back to my Deli, and I have that design. I like the geometric and the beveled look of this window stencil a lot. Just cleaning off that little bit of a shadow. And those fine lines, you can see a little bit of the PBO shining through there. I don't know if you guys can pick it up or not. There you go, down the bottom by my thumb down here. It's just in some of those little thin lines. I like it. But now I got all this good stuff still. Well, guys, if the worst happens here, I can, I'm going to upload this to YouTube when I'm finished. So you can probably go back and catch it there. I know it's not as much fun as when you're here live and can chat and ask questions. Oop. Throw my paint around. All right, let me see what other stencils I didn't use from yesterday. Oh, I wanted to do this one again because that's hard to print on cardstock. And this one. Oh, and the crescents. I wanted to do the crescents too. There we go. So this one's called Crescent Infinity, number 79. I'm going to pull that one for the background of this one. Pat, the deli paper without the, oh, there you go. Pam's got you. All right, I'll do a little mix up of blues. Oh, I don't like the way this is mixing. That's kind of strange looking, huh? I don't know about all that, but I'll pull it anyway. So this is number 79, Crescent Infinity. Ah! Thanks, Rain. I don't think my color mix is going to do it any justice, I can tell you that. Or maybe it does. Sometimes it surprises me. It looks really bland and not so great on the plate, and then you pull it and the design helps the way it looks somehow. I love being able to not have to push so hard on the deli paper and being able to see where you've missed. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see, I like it much better on there. I like it, and I'm going to pull a ghost because I can. I'm going to pull it over this. Yeah, Pat, for some reason you can't get it in Canada. That's the craziest thing. There you go, windows with the crescents over it. And then let's see, I got some junk ones laying over here that just cleaned up the stencil with, and I'm going to use that over this because the deli is so transparent when you collage with it and add the matte medium to glue it down. That print turned out so nice, I don't want to have anything showing through the back of it to interrupt the pattern, if that makes any sense. And there it doesn't matter because that's just scrap to begin with. But this should be a pretty good print. Yeah. Yeah, I did do the Argyle. I'll grab it again for you, though. You know, when I did that, I liked it, and then the stencil came in and I used it, and I thought, it might be kind of a sleeper. But when I used it yesterday, everybody seemed to really like it. So, I'll show you that one. Let's see. It's hanging by a thread. Hey, Lou Jean. Let's see. This is a weird combination. It's all greens with a little yellow in there, but I don't know how that's going to come out. Oh, this might look kind of cool. I very seldom use just one color of paint. I use at least 2 or 3. Okay, here's Argyle. That's number 68. And I'm pulling on Deli today. That timing of that video game purchase worked out for you, didn't it, Rain? Well, you can also tell them that it's such a good sale. Oh, and anybody just coming in that doesn't know, here's the coupon code for my sale at iStencils, Inky 20. 20% off the entire store. It's good through Tuesday night. If you buy at least one of my stencils and have $25 in your cart worth of merchandise, you get a free, this one. You get this free 8.5 by 10 stencil. As long as in that 25 bucks, there's at least one of mine. And then, if you're in the US, you got 50 bucks that you're spending, you get free shipping. I don't know. I love all stencils, and I don't want to put anybody down because I buy all stencils myself, even though I have my own line. But I don't know of any other company that does a sale like this for stencils. And you cannot go to iStencils.com and not find anything that you like. I don't care what your style is. They have well over 3,000 designs. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There you go. There's Argyle. Bye, Miss Press. Thanks for joining. Look at that little PBO shimmer in there. I just love that. I'm so easily entertained, though. It doesn't really count. Okay, I'm going to pick up the ghost. Give me the ghost. On the scrapper. I just picked up a little teeny bit, but on the flip side, I'll get all this yummy. Yeah, Denise, I'll have to do that. I miss doing my collages. I got on that polymer clay tile kick, and it just went like bonkers with it. And I have a box that I have to finish up before the last week of February. It's a gift. I have 2 cigar boxes that I need to make. 3 really. One's a gift, 2 are gifts, and 1's commissioned. And I have a floor cloth that's commissioned I need to do. But they're all for friends that just say, whenever you get to it, it's fine. So there's the negative of the Argyle. And look at all that yumminess building up down there again. They will work great for collage, Denise, thanks. I started to think I was going to show... Oh, I know I was going to show you guys. I talked about doing those collage boxes that I had to do. I'm going to show you this paper I got at the Queen's Ink yesterday. You know I'm a turquoise fan. And keeping in mind that one of the boxes I'm doing is for a wedding. A friend's wedding. And... another one I'm doing is for a baby boy. Yeah, floor cloths. It's real heavy duck canvas. I buy them pre-made because if you ever saw a video of me sewing, you will know why I buy the blanks. But then I use my Golden's acrylics and paint away, and then seal it with three coats of it's a latex indoor-outdoor clear sealer. And I got 200-pound labs. I've got one at our back door that we let them in and out with all the time, and one in my laundry room. It's 2 feet by 6 feet wide. It's like a runner. And that's been in there for almost as long, and that's where we feed the dogs. So they're in and out on both of those rugs all the time, and you can't tell it from the day that I laid them down there. So they really do hold up well. Well, I did, a friend of mine, he's a friend of my husband's, one of his golf buddies who's become a friend of mine. He's my best customer. He's bought like 6 canvases, 1, 2, 3 tile boxes. He had me do a 3-foot by 5-foot floor cloth. Oh, Lord, I did not charge enough for that one, I can tell you right now. That thing was like wrestling a bull. It was so big, I couldn't reach, you know, across the table to get to the other side. So I was trying to pick it up while it's all wet, pick it up like a gigantic pizza and flip it around on my big table to get to the other side. It was a mess. But anyway, here's some of that paper I got. So I thought that on a wedding box, how pretty would that be? With those muted roses on there. I just thought that was beautiful. And that's the back of it. So it's got my teal there. And here's one that looks like wallpaper peeling with paint behind it. And that's just got, I like this, the saying down here, we don't remember days, we remember moments. So I thought I could incorporate a piece of that on one of the surfaces of the wedding box. And this one is like peeled white paint, a lot of texture. Of course, it's just paper, but it really looks real. And it's got that lace over turquoise on this side. And this is just polka dots, kind of a cream, which kind of goes with that fairly nicely, I thought. But it's painted, it's aged paint on the back. And when I do my cigar boxes on the sides of the outside of the box, I always like to use a stripe design, and I don't know why, but I almost always choose something striped. So that's kind of striped with the vertical lines here. I'll probably use that. I got multiple pages too of the same stuff, so that's the same, more roses. Are they all the same? Oh, here's a different one. This edge up here is cool with the white lace over the wood. I'm not wild about the back of that, but I'm sure somebody is. But anyway, that's some papers. They were just sitting right here to my side that I saw and thinking about the stuff I have to do. But I'm trying to think of the name of the place where I get the blank floor cloths. Canvas Works, I think. Canvas Works. If you Google canvas floor cloths, you can you'll find them soon because not many come up. The roses are Kaisercraft. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Is that right? Oh, yeah. And it's called the Blue Bay Collection. Let's see. That's all part of that collection. Oh, I like this one. I never noticed it. It's got nice words down here you could cut out and use. That's the same one. This is all the Blue Bay Collection. Yep. Kaisercraft Blue Bay. I got this over at the Queen's Ink. Yesterday was my friend Donna Walsh, who streamed with me before. She and I like to go to this warehouse sale they have it's every other month, the first Saturday and Sunday of the month. Lee Anderson is a really cool, funky designer of clothes, and every other month they have an open house warehouse sale, and we go there, and then we'll go to Queen's Ink because it's right down the street from Queen's Ink. Hang out there for a while, and then usually grab some lunch somewhere. So I got them at Queen's Ink yesterday when we were having our little outing. And I think I might have overdone it again. Just getting over this cold because I don't feel as great this morning. But, oh well, felt good while I was out there. Okay, I'm going to use this as a pop of black on something. Just want to see what that looks like. I'm going to do it on this one. This is the Orb Stacks. Okay, what did I say I was going to do? Pop black, okay. Lost my train of thought. 7 dots is my favorite, but you know what? I had some papers from one of her collections. I can't remember what the heck it was called, but it was bright greens. Oops, that was not the artist. That was the paint tube. It had bright reds and greens and oranges and golden yellows, and it was real graphic. It had like a tic-tac-toe with circles in the middle, but real rustic looking. And I've used it all, I believe. Oh, for Lord's sake. Do you know what I just did? I am telling you. Oh, mercy. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to go stick this in the sink while it's still wet. What a boob. Oh. Good Lord. Can you believe that? Well, don't be too shocked. If you watch me, you know that you would definitely believe that. Yeah, geez, Louise. Yeah, canvas works. I was right. What do you know? Yeah, and they have all different sizes. And they sell, patterns and paints, and the sealer that I use I bought from them, but honestly I believe it's a Sherwin-Williams sealer. There was something on the can that indicated that it was. I can't remember what it said, but I did look at Sherwin-Williams, and the only sealer close to that, you can only buy it in a gallon. And a gallon will, it's expensive. It was like $100 or something for the gallon. So this is the exclusive design freebie that you'll get if you follow the rules of the deal. And I'm going to do a pop of black over this. See if what that does to zhuzh this one up some. Oh hell, schmutzed it already. But it does go on nice, and I bought a quart of it, and I have it. I bet at least half of that quart left, and I've done a 2x3, a 3x5, a 2x6. Seems like I did another 2x3. I have another 2x3 to do for somebody, and that's 3 coats each. You pick some of your floor cloths. You know what, Denise? I do. Oh, look at you. That's kind of cool, where you just see the clear design in the center. I like that. You know what, I know I have them. Oh, do I have them on my phone anymore? I don't know if I have that many on my phone. I'm trying to figure out how to show you. This has moved all over the place while I've been doing this. It's turned maybe a half an inch. So that's not going to be a very good print. Ah, not bad though. I'm going to do a patina on this one though. I think that would look kind of cool. So I'm going to pull this. You know what, Denise, are you on my art Facebook page, Inky Obsessions? If you're not, and you're on Facebook, you can go there and see pictures of the ones I did. Or you can go to my blog, inkyobsessions.blogspot.com, and you can find pictures of the floor. Just look down the side for the floor cloth posts, and you can find pictures of that down there. So now I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm going to use green. And you know what? I'm going to use, where the hell is it? Drowning in deli paper.
Call from cell phone MD.
That's one of my husband's buddies calling him. Yeah, Denise, if you go to that art page, you can find all the albums, and I think I actually have a separate album called Floor Cloths. Alright, I'm going to pull this one on Deli again. And whenever my company has an office in Overland Park. It's not my company, it's where I work. Alright. Huh. Well, at first I didn't like it, but the more I'm looking at it and as it's catching the light, where the hell am I? I kind of like it. It was a weird combination, but it put a lot of bronze color in there. Where that orange and the green, the orange and green kind of made a brown, plus the metallic in there. It comes out like a bronzy color. So that'll be kind of cool ripped up in collage. There are little strips of that mingled in somehow. And look at all that. I love having this stuff built up on my plate. And you can even see on there all that yummy PBOs that are left. But what I'm going to do this time is, let's see. You know, just for shits and giggles, as I say, I'm going to do something different. Where the hell is... There it is. I have a multitude of deli papers avalanching on me. I wouldn't collage on a floor cloth. You know, and what it... I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Brow PR? About the floor cloth collage. I don't know over time if that would hold up. And I wouldn't do anything that was had any texture to it. Oh, Erica, black deli paper. I'm like a squirrel. I'm like a gnat. Attention span of a gnat. See a squirrel, it's all over. But black deli paper, that really caught my eye. Sorry about that. That would be cool. I guess you could use black tissue. It's not as sturdy. You'd have to be careful peeling it up. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, collaging or on a floor cloth. I wouldn't recommend, from my little bit of experience that I have, I would not recommend using anything that's not just paint or anything that would give it texture, like putting any kind of molding paste on it, or you know, and you're kind of giving it texture when you collage because you're adding another layer of depth. So I don't think that's a good idea myself, especially if it's in any kind of a high traffic area. Now, oh, hi Pam. Sorry. Now, as soon as I saw Pam, then I remembered that you were Pam. Oh. But yeah, I think, you know, walking on that, and the more it gets scuffed up, the more that would probably peel up over time. I mean, the sealer's pretty heavy, so I don't know, you might be able to get away with it, but those blanks aren't cheap. I wouldn't personally do it myself. Yeah, I use 3 coats of a heavy acrylic sealer. Oh, look at you. Where's that flash there? I'm trying to catch it right on that. There you go. That's kind of a cool background to put on something and then work over top of that. I like that. Oh, and then I got the reverse down here too. Try to get all that up. And clean this off. And what's going on with Johnny? Is Johnny, I thought maybe he was having problems with his truck again. He was calling you.
Yeah, he's going up Frank's. They're going to check out the thing. They want to go up with him.
Oh, okay.
So I had the stuff in the oven.
Yeah. Well, I'll be done here in a half an hour.
He's already on his way.
Oh, is he? Okay. Sorry about that.
That's all right. So he wants to check out some things. Make sure you don't have a bad wire thing or something.
Oh, okay.
That vinyl fuel pump especially. Wait, go in there.
Ew. Look at that. That's kind of cool. You see the argyle, lines of the argyle, and lines of the little diamonds of the exclusive design coming through there with the little PBO Paparoos. Where'd it go? I just want to think I have the light. There you go. You can see that flashing through there. Some of them here, it's not as obvious that they're poppies, but over here, or beach balls or pumpkins or whatever you want to call them. But now look, poppies on my plate. Let's carry on. So I'm just gonna, if anybody's on and doesn't know the code for the stencils, oops, Inky 20, and you get all that good stuff. 20% off the entire site, good through Tuesday. A free exclusive design if you buy at least one of mine, and your order is $25 or more, you get that freebie. And if your order is $50 or more, you get free shipping if you're in the US. Pretty stinking good deal, huh? Oh, here's one I haven't used yet. Let's do this one. I can no longer see my paints. I think these two were cool together at one time. That's a fluorescent pink and this deep, what's it called? Yellow deep. And this one is called Equals, number 70. It's kind of a basic design, but it's one of those sleepers that it's more useful than you might think at first glance. I'm not sure what you mean, Jean Lee, about the sizes that you type there. They're all available in both sizes, if that's what you mean. All the designs are available in both 8x10 and 6x6. Because at the time when I started doing this, those seemed to be the most popular two jelly plates. And of course you can use them on, you know, any size jelly plate. And they're not just for jelly plates. I just made them because that's what I was doing most of. So they would fit pretty well. Yeah, 6x6 would be nice for the cards. You know, everything's a lot smaller in scale. Ooh, see? See, told ya. That's kind of cool. I'm just saying. I'm going to pick this ghost up on another ghost. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't catch the whole stream when I don't look away. It's always when I look away something good happens. Or is said that I missed. They just picked that little bit of the shadows up of that. But that's just a blotter piece for now. But look at all that yummy with that little poppy design in there yet. So you can even, this is so translucent, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I can even see the poppy design through the deli that's just a shadow on the plate. That's not really picking it up, I don't think. Trust me, it's there. Oh, better get this cleaned up before I forget this. Let's use one of these. Get that thick globs of paint off of there. Oh, that's kind of cool. That would be kind of cool if that reverse image on like a journaling spot with all those little spots for different words or a meandering sentence. That coming from a non-journaler. Ah, look, the poppies did pull up through there. Where the hell is that camera? See the dark designs? That's the little silhouettes of the poppies that's left. Cool. I like it. Let's see. So also, I don't know if you guys know, here's the little one of the poppies. Right there's a 6x6. And my previous exclusives are all now available in the full line. The dots and dashes, which that's a really good Papa Black stencil right there. And then my original exclusive was that mark that I make on all my paintings and stuff that I do. I don't know why. I know it looks silly, but I just do it. I just do it. Now let me look back in here and see what we might be missing that people liked yesterday a lot. Move my pile around here. Oh, they're all kind of good. Does anybody want to see a certain one while I'm stymied here with what I'm doing? And I'm just going to be on till 4 o'clock today, guys, which means I have 25 minutes left at the time. Since I was on 3 hours Friday night. I'm only going to do 2 today. I'm getting a little pooped. Feeling congested again. That comes back on me, I get sick again, I'm going to scream. I will not get sick again. Looking for a oh, you know what? Let me try these colors. I love these. I will use Jester. I haven't used it today. It's one I just looked through, actually. I will use it right now. These colors are really cool. They're Joe Sonia Chromas, and this one I've used more than any. It's called Raindrop. It's a really pretty teal color. I think I'll make one. Yeah, I am like Snot Factory today. It's kind of a drab color, but when you see this, let me see if I can show you. I did a painting with this. Oh, well, there goes that cord again for my heater. Good Lord. Oh, well. I did this painting. It's going to be hard to see on this camera because it's too big. But this is that raindrop color that I did on this painting. I did this when I was with Jody Olin Ocracoke at her retreat, Remy retreat. But I love the way this came out. And it's got some subtle shimmer in there. And but this is that raindrop color. It's very subtle. Not a bright turquoise like I usually like, but I just love this one. Thanks. It was fun making it. I have it up for sale on my Etsy shop, actually. I made 2 different ones. I made one in class with Jody, and then I made another one on a thicker, heavier, nicer canvas when I got back home because I liked it so much, and that's the one that I have for sale. I mean, I'd sell either one of them, but I just thought the nicer canvas would be the nice one. I'm running out of my frame. As I work, my paints get closer and closer to me. It keeps pushing me back and I don't notice it. Okay, Rain, here goes Jester. And that's number 69. It's so weird naming these. I just looked at it and for some reason saw Jester's hat and shoe or something in there when I did this. But look, I can just see right through there and see where you have to push. You can really feel the stencil too, but you can pretty much see it. Makes your life so much easier. Alright, let's see what we got. Yes, Denise Blick does have the Joe Sonia's paint, and it's called something. Oh, that's a pretty color, isn't it? That mixed up. It's called the Potting Shed Collection, I think. It's not there, Erica? Well, did somebody buy it since last night? Hang on a second. Yeah. Hang on a second. Oh, no, it's there, Erica. Hang on, let me get you the link. There you go, Erica. Ah, thanks, Rain. Okay. So, now that ghost probably dried up on me there while I'm running amok. Let's see what I can get out of there. Clean that up so I get a clean reverse pull when I do that from the paint that's underneath of the stencil. Yeah. Yep. I missed that one. It's pretty much dried up. Oh, yummy. Pretty color. Oh, you're welcome, hon. Ooh, look at you. There's the reverse of the Jester. And you know what? I'm just going to put this on here and see if anything else pulls off of there. It probably won't. But just so I can do this and get anything off of there that doesn't belong there. A little bit. Is there anything else anybody wants to see in particular? Okay, this is going to make a cool cleanup print. And that's pretty much dry. So I'm going to go to the Titan Buff, just a cream color, golden liquid, golden fluid. And I'm going to do this. This ought to make a really cool looking cleanup print. The darker one is called Still Water. This one is Raindrop. And I have a green one. What is green? What the hell is this one called? Why don't they have the name? Oh, there it is. It's Vines. This one's called Vines. Oh, yeah, I will use that. I'll use Swoop for you, Rain. All right. Oh, that's kind of a cool cleanup. And see, you can't, it always shocks me how much of that PBO is still in such a faint layer on the plate. You get these little glints of it at different spots when it's been a while since I used those. Unbelievable. And I got still more yummy to clean up. What the hell did I start to do something? That is scary. Oh, the Swoop Infinity. Yeah, and I have two other one of those, that potting collection. I have this green. Here's the original green. This is Vine, or Vines. This one is called Seedlings. That's a pretty color too. And this one is called Wild Grape. I'll use them in my next pull. So, Swoop Infinity. I just saw that one in here. There we go. 82. Wait a minute. That's the right one. This got cut wrong originally, and I think I have the right one and the wrong one. Here's the one I used yesterday. Okay, let me use these other colors of this. Let's use, and I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'm going to use this green and this purple. It might be muddy. Yeah, not wild about that, but it might look cool in the design. Oops. Big glob there. Yeah, they're fun names. Potting shed names. Here you go. Swoop Infinity number 82. In progress. And this is a good one for deli paper too. Actually, this one, the holes are big enough on this that it pulls out pretty well on heavier cardstock. But with Deli, it'll just suck it right up. Oh, I think Dave has left his post. We got a huge pot of stew. I browned all the meat. It's like 5 pounds of beef cubes to start with. I browned the beef cubes, and then I deglazed the pan and add some broth and the seasonings and put the meat back in it, and then I put it in hey Pam, if it makes you feel any better, I gotta go potty now too, but hopefully my bladder will hold for another 15 minutes. But I think I hear the stove timer going off upstairs. There you go. Kind of drab colors, but kind of neat looking in its own way. Grab something here for a cleanup. Anyway, it was still in the oven doing its 2 hours cooking for just the meat when I came down, and so Dave had the timer on it. Meantime, he's cut up all the potatoes and carrots and celery and onions and is that all? Potatoes, carrots, celery, onions. I don't remember. I think that might be all. And then we take it out of the oven, put all the veggies in there, and put it back in the oven for another hour. And he came down here a few minutes ago. You probably heard me talk to him. And went out back, took Mojo with him. So I think he's on doggy poopy cleanup duty. And I could hear the kitchen timer going off like crazy upstairs. But it's in the oven, so it won't burn or anything or overcook. We got one of those real heavy cast iron. It's not Le Creuset. It's what the heck's the name of that? It's a French. I think it's another French company. Staub? No. Is that what it is? I don't know. That sucker's heavy. And it has one of those lids. And the inside it has the little like dimples. Or not dimples, more like little nipples, I guess. Like little bumps all over the inside of the lid. So it's made to use in the oven to roast with. So that it... there you go. The steam from the pot comes up and then it drips back off the lid back in it, so it's should be good to go. Yeah, we should have to do an intermission at halftime. Everybody go pee and come back. I'll have to do that next time. And that's going to make a cool cleanup print. I want to do let me see if I can find this. Is one of my favorite stencils to do the patina print with. I've got to get these more organized because I'm telling you, there's a lot of stencils accumulating in this drawer. Here we go. This is from a previous release called Iron Gate. But I love this stencil, and I want to do a patina print wrap up with that probably. This is really, black paint is really thick in this tube. And it's Liquitex Basics. That's strange. Usually it's a little more creamier than that. It's creamy when it gets out of there. It just doesn't want to come out of the tube. Okay. Let's go Iron Gate. This is one of my favorites. Number 59. And for some reason, maybe in my head, because I picture it as an iron gate, it seems to be one of my favorite patina prints, because you know how you have like any kind of metal gate like that, it will finally patina. Hence the name patina print. see. Collage clay. Yeah, I can do something different next time. I'm on the hook for some of these that one clay box and at least two of the cigar boxes that I have to get done for events and for gifts and stuff. But I'll have to collage and use some of the stuff I just did eventually. See, here's where this deli is really cool because you can see where you missed these little circles. Like, see that one pop out there? Just have to remember where they are. Yeah. I'm sorry Jean couldn't join us today. She must be out doing something fun. But I think she's got like 60 inches of snow. There's some iron gate for you. I love that one. I love you. Let's see if I can do a ghost over top of this. Just for giggles. I'm going to really get all those holes of the stencil cleaned out so that I can get a good patina print. Go rain! There you go. I just like that black over Eddie design. I think it really makes it pop. So, here we go. I'm going to pull this and I'm going to lay this on another piece of schmutzed up deli to get most of the paint off of that one. Alright, there we go. Oop, hello. Stuck. So, I'm going to go back to my favorite combo for the patina prints, and that's one of the green blue or the blue green, and the yellow or green yellow. Oops. Okay, I was trying to delay getting another cleanup piece, but I cannot apparently. Okay, here we go. I just love these colors. I loved you, I loved you. I got some kind of crud underneath my, I don't know what the hell it is. I'm going to lift these up and clean this one day. Alright, here we go. Yes, that is a Hello Lover stencil, Pam. And hopefully that's one of those prints coming up too. Yeah, Jean, I need to kick this, whatever this is. I'm on antibiotics now, finally, so hopefully that'll desnotify me soon. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yes, hello, lover. Look at you. See what I mean? It's something about that stencil design in my head. I think it's a gate with those little spires on the top. And that implies metal to me and patina. I love it. And I'm going to let that dry a little bit and get that one good cleanup print before I wrap it up. But meantime, I'm going to holler out the door to Dave and see if we're possibly on fire in the kitchen. Daddy. Daddy, but no. Go get your daddy. Come on. You gonna go in? You don't want to stay outside and play with Daddy? Huh? Okay. Mojo's in crying for Babe to come down and play with him. Let's see, are you still... Oops, still wet. Oh, no, I got fingerprints in there. A perfect fingerprint, actually. Evidence. All right, I'm gonna... Hey, Laura Lou. Are the veggies in it already, hon?
Yep.
Can hear that stampede Mojo running up the steps. Good Lord. Like Dino the dinosaur. Good thing he's not a jumper. He'll run up to you, but put the brakes on and there we go. That's getting there. I'm running out. I got, oh, you know what? I got 3 minutes. So I'm just going to go for it. Whatever it is, it is. It's not quite dry enough, which means it won't pick it all up. But it will pick some up. All right. Here we go. Snowflakes? I suppose I could. I have to see what I can come up with. I usually don't do anything that's a thing, like, other than the poppies. I mean, they're obviously a flower. But it's only because that's the one of the two things I can draw. I wanted to do one with feathers. That's another thing. Usually mine are geometric or abstract. Although snowflakes are kind of abstract. Thanks so much, Rain. Don't get yourself in trouble. Thanks, Buttercup. Me too. I don't feel as bad as I did feel. That's for sure. But I seem to have taken a little downward spiral since yesterday. Probably shouldn't have gone out. But, oh well. Had cabin fever. Okay. Ew. That's taking most of it up. That's cool. You can see the iron gate. See the PBOs flashing in there. There you go. See some of that green and blue popping up through there. And I just like using that Titan buff instead of plain white behind it. It just, I don't know, it kind of warms it up more or something. I don't know how you want to say it, but there you go. How was it, hon?
Good.
It's still in?
No.
Okay.
All done.
Okay, thanks. Oh, look, my fingerprints. Oops, there's the evidence. It's blurring out. You can't really see them, but they're crystal clear. Right here, where my finger got in the paint. Oh, well. So, here's what we got today. That's still wet. I'm going to move that aside. Some patina action. Iron gate and swoop. Iron gate. More swoop. Some jester cleanup. Oh my gosh. There's more jester. Some equals. Some more equals. A poppy cleanup. Another patina with the orange and green. See how bronze that looks now in comparison to those other ones? That was just a little schmutz of a page. Here's the orb stacks and the freebie. Here's Argyle. Look at that flashing. That color is so pretty. And the Crescent Infinity, negative and positive. Another, oh look at that, now that that's dry. How flippin' yummy is that? I think that's my favorite stencil, is that tribal pictograph. Some pictograph, this, the poppies, and some stripes both ways. And here's that idea that I had come to life, the stripes with the poppies over it. To do with the deli paper. Yeah, I'll have to do that on another stream, Pamela. I'll just use these as I'll collage with them and work them into a collage. So this is like years worth of collage stuff, but I will, when I can get around to have the time to do what I want to do and not what I have to do, I'll do another collage stream. But I do have on YouTube. I will push this to YouTube when I get finished. And if you go to my YouTube channel, which is Patti Parrish, you can see all my previous streams and all my uploaded YouTube videos. And I do have collage videos out there that you can see. And it'll just be more of the same of that when I do a new one. But yeah, here's some of the junk prints that I was just using to clean up my stencils with. So, alright girls, that's a wrap. Thanks guys so much for joining me today. I know it was kind of an impromptu stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to try using your alcohol inks with your stencils too. Remember these two? With the alcohol ink through a stencil. And the poppy one the same way. I wish this camera got clear as I zoomed in. It looks really, the background looks really dirty, funky, but really cool. Okay guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. And I will see you on the flip side. Bye. Oh, wow, Dorothy, that was quick. Good for you. I hope you love them. And you guys, when you get your stencils, feel free to post pictures of what you use them for on my Inky Obsessions Facebook page. Everybody can see what you're doing with them then. All right, bye guys.